All right, what up? What up? We back. We back. Gotta have a quick session today because pussy ass flag football's coming out here, and they start warming up, and they just own the field from like 5:30 to midnight. And this is the only time I have to come out here, so we might have to move around a little bit, have some awkward angles, but we'll try to make it a quick session. This is gonna be a two-parter. So today we're on the field. We're gonna cover some topics, and then on Friday I'm gonna do the second part, which is gonna be in the crowded, noisy weight room, where I won't do as much talking, and it'll be some jumps and some cleans. But today we did a quick warm up. Now we're gonna do some get up sprints, interacting with the ground, doing some tumbling and some rolling, and then we're just gonna open it up for a couple 20-yard flies. Call it good. Last video we were a little negative Nancy the whole damn time, so we're gonna try to have some more energy today, be a little more positive, talk about some good topics, and let's get it going. Okay, hopefully the turf burn isn't too bad. We're in the middle of the desert, so grass doesn't really exist. Everything's turf. But we're gonna rip this tarp off when we get to our main 20-yard flies, wherever we end up doing those on this awkward ass field. All right, the first segment I'm gonna introduce to these new videos is a quote of the day. All right, or a quote of the week, quote of the video, I guess, since my upload routine is not that consistent. But these are quotes that either I came up with or I got from the various amount of amazing coaches I've had over the years. And today's is, when life gets harder, do not wish it to be easier. Choose to be stronger. Sad days come and sad days go. Life goes on. We'll get into what I mean exactly by that after these next couple reps. Okay, I like my personal channel to be as real and as authentic as possible, but some things that get in the way of that is, one, future job employment opportunities. They're obviously going to review what I'm putting out there, and as much as I'd love to talk like a sailor and all that old stuff, it's probably not the best idea. I'll still cuss a little bit here and there. Don't worry, I'm still gonna be real. That's one concern I have when I'm sharing my topics and stuff is, I'm there's two sides of it. The one side of the coin is I'm not going to be somewhere I'm not wanted, right? I'd rather be somewhere I'm wanted than somewhere I'm not, regardless of the benefits that come with that particular place. Because I'm too low on the totem pole, as in I'm just getting my feet in the water when it comes to the coaching and training field, right? And the other side of that is, with being so low on the totem pole, is that I don't really have the choice to do what I want to. I got to do what I have to do what I want to. You know what I'm saying? So I got to be a little cautious. And then the other side of this is sharing certain things about what's going on in my training life. We have to deal with the coaches I currently have at GCU. And I mean, this stuff is super accessible to anybody who wants to see it. So they could easily go on here and see what I'm saying. If I'm saying stuff that maybe necessarily isn't negative, it could be negative, but stuff that's just contradicting to what their beliefs are about certain things, it could be a conflict of interest. They might not be too happy about that. So I can't just be like airing out all the dirty laundry, you know what I'm saying, on the videos. But we're going to get into that quote of what I said earlier. When life gets tough or life gets hard, don't wish it to be easier. Choose to be stronger. The sad days will come, the sad days will go, life goes on. And what I mean by this is there's certain things in my life personally that are going on. This is different things, but it's for everybody, but it's still happening for everybody regardless of what it is. And for me specifically, that would be just the location that I'm in compared to where I want to be. I love Iowa City. I'd prefer to be there. There's a lot of great opportunity for me there, as well as certain relationships I like to be having right now that I'm not having, and just also the daily struggle of life when it comes to classes, mathematics in particular. For me, I'm horrible at math. I'm in a math class right now for no reason, other than I'm in a business major, which was also not my choice. Did what I had to do what I want to do, which I wanted to swim for a D1 team. I had to switch my major. So here I am in a friggin' math class. The playing victim and saying, oh, okay, those are 3 big reasons not to be happy or just to give in. I don't believe I don't believe in succumbing to that victim mentality. I believe in choosing to be stronger. We're going to choose to go to our study hall, go to our tutor, work on our math. We're going to choose to try to maintain the relationships from a distance, and we're going to choose to work hard day in and day out. And we're going to look forward to the future when I'll have the opportunity to do what I want to do instead of what I have to do. And I'm sharing this because I think that even though you might not be able to relate specifically to those things, there are within everybody's life uh, adversity, challenges, things they're not happy about, and choosing to dwell on those things and play victim is not the right approach. You got to choose to be stronger. You got to choose to find avenues that are going to help you one decision at a time. All right, we're gonna do two. Actually, no, we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna go now from those rollings to tumblings, and then we're gonna hit our main sprints and get out of here. Tumbling sprints. In these rolling sprints, they're really great for shaking off any sort of soreness or tightness you may have, because you're getting your body, like the entire body, in awkward positions really quickly and getting out of them and still trying to produce force. Like this week's going to be a tough week training wise. We have 2 workouts every single day, a pool session every morning followed by either a weights, a field session at night, and then a double swim on Saturday. Take a rest day Sunday, and then next week we're here for about half the week, couple swims, couple lifts, and then we actually head to Hawaii to face the University of Hawaii. So I'm really excited for it. It's going to be a really neat trip. But yeah, we're trying to really build it up this week, hurt a little bit, feel the pain, and then we're going to kill it next week. All right, one more tumbling sprint. Before we get into these next sprints here, the last ones, we're going to talk about training, specifically training, what I'm currently going through, and just some of my thoughts on it. So what we do is we have 2-week cycles, and every 2 weeks you start a new cycle. Reps might change, the interval might change, but it's pretty consistently the same thing on for each day for those 2 weeks. And something that I saw a lot of athletes and myself struggling with this last cycle was paces. So each protocol set that we do, or each set within the day, you have a sheet of paper that has your paces, which is, mathematical. Take an average, put it on there, try to hit your average, try to take your average down week by week. Now, what we were struggling with is athletes were not hitting their paces, and obviously the goal is you want to take the pace down, you want to be under that a certain amount of time so it gets faster, and that's like what shows progress. But athletes were, and including myself this week, we were missing our paces, and that was creating a lot of what's the best word for this? Just bad feelings, negative mindset, poor reactions. When you do something well, you celebrate your race, but on the contrary, if something bad happens, you'll also have a negative reaction where you might not bitch and moan, but you might, display some anger, just some unhappiness. And I think that if you're really locked in on trying to bring your pace down every single cycle, I do not think that's realistic. I think that I don't think this. I know that performance is multifactorial, and it's unrealistic to believe that cycle in and cycle out, you're going to bring down your pace. And even if you're a swimmer and you're not running the exact type cycle program we are, it's likely that you're still using some kind of paces throughout your weekly training. And this is the mindset I've adopted. If you're not on your pace or under your pace like you want to be, you can't let it ruin your session. You can't let it defeat you. You need to say, okay, something's happening beyond what I can necessarily tell, because like we said, it's multifactorial. It could be a sleep thing, a nutrition thing. It could just be an overall fatigue thing. It could be a nervous system thing. We don't know. You might have a decent idea based on how you feel, but there's no way of really knowing. So I think the most productive thing that you can do is you can say, okay, I'm not hitting my paces, but I'm going to pick 1 or 2 details within the set that I know I can do regardless of what my pace is going to turn out when I hit the wall. So an example of this would be, I'm doing a butterfly set. I want to hit X amount of kicks off every single wall. Or I'm doing a freestyle set. I want to hit a tempo on my tempo trainer. Or I'm doing a freestyle set. I want to do a certain amount of breaths uh, per length, per lap, whatever the case may be. But find details you know you need to do to be successful and hammer those details. So that way, even though you're not hitting your pace, you know you still accomplish something by challenging yourself within these details during the set, right? That way you avoid this negative mindset and this like I'm dog shit mindset when you're coming to the wall, you're not hitting your pace, you're unhappy. Like, okay, like you can't have the expectation you're going to hit your pace every time. You need to be able to set other goals that can still help you get better. So then later on, when things are maybe in my favor, I really do take down that pace, right? And this kind of goes back to what I was saying about the whole like the coaches might see what I'm saying. I don't think this is necessarily a negative thing or a bad thing, but again, there's like, everyone has their own personal beliefs. You might say, well, we're here to like bring our pace down. Okay, but this is just a personal thing. I believe that if the paces aren't going down, find something that is obtainable, measurable, and that you can do those things and actually get something out of that session so you can walk away instead of feeling like shit and being like, oh, I didn't hit my paces. What the hell's going on? Like, oh, I didn't hit my paces, but I hit my kick count every time. It's just something positive, something to celebrate, something to keep you going, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to rip these flying sprints. Flag football is going, so I might have to adjust the angle here. We're just going to do a little bit of a build up into 20 yards fast, and that'll be it for today. Couple more. Tarp is coming off. Man, I miss my boys. John Weigel, Arijon, Edmund, Jimmy, boys. I miss you guys so much. This Christmas, we're going to tear it up, man. That's the next time I get to go home is Christmas. This is the longest stretch. From the start of school till Christmas is the longest time I have to be gone from home. Can't wait to get back, man. We are going to light the city on fire. Also, shout out Hayden Hakes. Had a really fun time down in Arizona competing against him. I'll see him one more time in competition against ASU at their pool in a little bit. So looking forward to that. But yeah, miss the homies. Looking forward to seeing you guys, man. That's a wrap on the field. We'll see y'all in the weight room. Last thing I'm going to go over real quick is my caffeine addiction. I am addicted to pre-workout. Yes, it's true to say. I do, especially when we're in season. I'm like practicing twice a day all the time, going to classes and stuff, walking everywhere. I have to have caffeine, man. It makes me feel so good. I love it. But it's gotten to the point where one scoop, and it's got like 200 to 250 milligrams in a scoop, and then a bunch of alpha GCP, beta alanine, all the good stuff. But it's gotten to the point where that one scoop doesn't hit the dome like it should. So instead of Sunday being the only day I don't take it, I've added in today as well, because Wednesday mornings are recovery day. Don't really need it in the morning for that. And then it'd be counterintuitive to take it now for this session. So we just got to thug it out. But yeah, man, I've been doing like damn near 2 scoops a day, which is like pushing 500 milligrams of caffeine. And those, not even 2 scoops a day. 2 scoops a day on the normal. But then if I like really want to feel a nice high from it, like I'll take a scoop and a half, which is now we're damn near 3 scoops. And that's just like not healthy, bro. So we added in this extra off day to hopefully take the tolerance down a little bit, start feeling a little better. So that's a wrap on our session down here tonight. We will see you guys in the weight room to finish up this video. Let's go. We're here in the weight room. We're doing snakes and ladders on our power cleans today. So every minute on the minute for 20 minutes. And each time you hit 2 reps in a row, up in weight, miss 1, down in weight. First ladder on the second rep of 245. So we're gonna go down 235, and we got 3 more reps. We'll just hopefully nail them all and stay here. Dude, that was great. That was great. That went exactly how I wanted to. We started struggling at 245, had to lock in, went down, smashed the last 235. That was perfect. Let's get to some jumps. This is how you know you had a great clean sesh. Oh yeah. Vertical effort with our horizontal effort, and I am dog shit at these. So I'm not too worried about the height. What I am worried about is distance while maintaining the vertical, and I also don't want to. God damn, turn the music down. I also don't want to bend my knees too much. A little bit of knee bend is fine, but I don't want to be. I want to be mostly straight leg. I don't want to be knee tucking. All right, let's get it. All right, that's a wrap. Good stuff all in all. We are going to get some grub in us right now, edit this video together. Thanks for watching, and we are going to see y'all next time. Peace.